Yo, what's good, people? King of the Pit TV. DJ Shadow introducing. This is devoted and dedicated to Ray D. Ray D at KOTP TV. Thank you very much for the recommendation. This was over on the Patreon. At first glance, I thought, okay, we got a substantial amount of material, got 16 tunes on this. But with that being said, we do have a few interludes. So we've got 47 second tune to start, an introduction of sorts, I assume. We've got Transmission 1 at 36 seconds, we've got Untitled at 25 seconds, Transmission 2, 1 minute 30, Organ Donors 158, Why Hip Hop Sucks in 96 is 44. So we do have and Transmission 3 to finish off at 111. So I guess, you know, it's not as broad as 16 numbers, but we do have some. We've got a good amount of material on here, to say the least. I've never come across DJ Shadow, or have I? This is going to be a change, I think, from our norm. Do I know who DJ Shadow is? Has he produced for anyone else, or is he an independent engineer? We're going to find out. 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 I'm not familiar with DJ Shadow. This starts off with Best Foot Forward. And then we're going to go on to track number 2.
Bob Wood, National Program Director of the Chum Group, worked with us in producing.
Thanks for the recommendation. This is a change from the norm, man. I don't know what we're getting into.
Hold up, before we get started.
Guess who's coming? Guess who's coming? Guess who's coming?
What's going to be good is if this is beats and whatnot, if this is hip-hop production, I get to finally engage over information I don't normally do on this channel. You know, generally we just talk guitar, rock and the likes, right, the adjacents. But don't get me wrong, I don't mind hip-hop when I was younger, a little bit more so. I like rap music, I like mainstream 808 booming, ignorant, primitive, trap adjacent music. I don't like drill music and whatnot, like, you know, murder music. But I do like you know, badly behaved music, you know? Which, of course, is adjacent to hip-hop. I was a little bit more involved in my hip-hop back when I was... Call it a decade ago now. Call it a decade ago. So this sort of stuff isn't abnormal to me, man.
Who is he? Just your favorite DJ Savior.
Are we going to have performers, vocalists on these tunes, I wonder?
You're just fessing, man. I don't even want to hear about it. You're just fessing.
Building Steam with a Grain of Salt is going to be track number 2. We're going to get an advertisement. So let's have a look at the comment section whilst we can. The drum program is next level, says Paul Asperry. Or Paul. Genuinely one of the best songs of all time, or one of the best albums of all time, not a single skip, says someone else. Right, let's get that volume on.
Producing.
Where does this come from? This can't be the original. This is a sample, but where does this original come from? This piano work? Unless this is where it originally stems, I doubt it.
From listening to records, I just knew what to do. I mainly taught myself. And, you know, I did pretty well, except there were a few mistakes.
By the way, if you're joining me just now, we're just joining from the start. I don't know if I'm going to be able to listen through to the whole record tonight, because you're going to see me squinting a lot. I am tired. But you never know, I might get gassed up. I might get gassed up. We'll have to find out.
Cleared up, you know.
From Splinter Cell.
I'd like to just continue to be able to express myself.
Someone's made a list of all of the samples.
As best as I can in the instrument. You know, I feel like I have a lot of work to do.
I don't know if I know any of the samples by name.
Of the drums.
Splinter Cell
And I'm also a
Conviction.
teacher of the drums too.
Between you and me, I actually very, very, very brief stint but I actually tried to do a little hip hop thing at one point. My mate started producing beats. They weren't good, and I wasn't good, but you know, we liked smoking a couple of bud and listening to rap and whatnot, and we gave it a little go. And I think I put one number together, and you know what? I actually spit some beats in the woods. I spit some lyrics in the woods to a Nas beat. Not a Nas, it was a producer called Cooking Soul. And Cooking Soul had taken Illmatic and applied his own beats to Nas's lyrical. And Cooking Soul did a instrumental for the tune Life's a Bitch, and I really enjoyed that one. Very flute heavy, great uplifting melody, phenomenal hip hop beat, and I found the instrumental and in the middle of these woods. I don't know if I was under the influence. We're definitely rolling a bifter, if not the least. I definitely spit a few bars. Can you believe it? The audacity. Realistically, I think if you're not from that background, if you're not like rooted and centered and have a foundation in that particular field, I think it's very uncomfortable and unnatural to try and your way in, you know. But when you're cool, calm, comfortable, and it's like the culture you've grown up in, I think, you know, regardless if you can spit well or not, or if you're a lyrical guy or not, just the comfort in your expression is just, you know, what's necessary. And I'm not that. Although my first album, well, arguably my first two albums, my first two physical CDs I got gifted to me on Christmas. Through my request, they were rap albums, but I won't tell you what one of them is because it's just madness. But one of them, it isn't rap, don't get me wrong, but it's adjacent. It is adjacent because it's lyrical R&B content generally. I got a Welcome to Nellyville. Because I like that tune Dilemma. To this day, I still think Dilemma is one of the greatest fucking numbers ever. Like, the hook is phenomenal. I got a little playlist where I just put like sweet little numbers and stuff, like big pop hits and stuff. I got like T-Pain on there with Bartender. Just Hold On, We're Going Home by Drake, which I think is a phenomenal number. Yeah, just love a guy R&B sort of vibes, you know. Pop R&B, you know. Dilemma's a banger, innit? Beautiful Girls by Sean Kingston, come on.
What makes cancer tenacious? The moon rules the fluids, including the inner juices of human beings, that which assimilates and feeds the body. So the crab feeds his astral brain, assimilating and distributing all he receives slowly until it becomes a part of him, part of him, part of him.
Someone says astonishing by the fact this was all done before 2000, and someone says there's a lot of great... I believe OP is referencing how impressive the sampling is considering the older technology. I've seen some good sampling done pre-2000. Did you ever come across that Kanye West... There's a Kanye West compilation on YouTube of his old recordings, his old beats prior to being... I think it was prior to him joining Rockefeller Records and doing all of the hit songs and whatnot, but like his early day recordings. That's fascinating to listen to. That's fascinating. Come on now. Also, whilst we're here, because I've never been able to talk about this sort of stuff, I actually tried doing beats myself as well. I wasn't good, but I had a whale of a time. I used to produce on FL Studio, Fruity Loops. I had a great time, and then I went on from Fruity Loops and I started... there was a brilliant guy. I used to work in a particular workplace, and one of the clientele was this really cool dude. He was an older man, and... one thing that stood out in my memory of him is he was schizophrenic. Like when he was present in this place we would work at, like sometimes he would have an episode, and that was fascinating, and it was one of like the more standout components of his character. Clearly, you know, it's a bold situation, and he showed me how to crack. I mean, hypothetically, he showed me how to do it. Of course, I didn't do it. Ableton. And I messed around on Ableton for a bit, producing music. How cool is this? I'm getting to talk about stuff I've never been able to talk about before. Honestly, like my... not saying that I'm coherent in the world of music production or music in general, but it's nice to discuss and actually explore myself of the vast spectrum of experimentation I've sort of explored in creative arts, man. Thank you, Ray, for the recommendation and having us listen to something a little bit different, you know? But what would you actually call this? Because surely hip-hop is... you know, more the vocal than anything else. What would you call this? Is this quite simply just... well, we've got a genre at the side of electronica, but is it? Like, I'm not very clued up with strict production terminology when it comes to genres, you know? Would you call it sampling, like plain and simple? Because I assume that was a technique more so than, you know, a particular style, a genre. We got composer Jeremy Storch. I wonder if that's a family member of the great Scott Storch, if we're talking producers, eh? That little 808 go off there. Listen. Boom! Bass drop. It's almost trip-hop-esque, would you call it that? I'm not very well versed on trip-hop aside from like Massive Attack. Who else was trip-hop? I don't know. But this realm also sort of exists within the Fatboy Slim space as well, isn't it? But I think Fatboy Slim's more dance music, right? They're all producers to me. Someone in the comments referencing someone with severe schizophrenia as well.
And I would like to be able to continue to let what is inside of me, which comes from all the music that I hear, and I'd like for that to come out. And it's like, it's not really me that's coming. The music's coming through me. The music's coming through, music's coming through, music's coming through, music's coming through, music's coming through.
We got the Number song coming up next. Who put this out? Mowax Recordings, A&M Recordings, A&M Records. Right, we got the Number song next. See you there.